Okay, so just a reminder that, so obviously these are just to help us stretch, bit of mobility, bit of Pilates, bit of yoga-y style. So whatever you, just should help us relax a little bit. Right, so you can start, you can put one foot on top of the other. You can start with your legs crossed or legs out, however comfortable you fancy being. I'm going to cross my legs. And all I want you to do is just come back a bit so you can see me. Roll your shoulders back. Hands either on your knees or down by your sides of your knees. And you're just going to look to one side. Bring the head back. Looking over the other shoulder. And just focus a little bit on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out, just nice and gently through the nose, in, through the mouth, out. Good. And then bring your head back to center. And we're going to take one hand up. And we're just going to gently pull the neck to one side. So just making sure that your head's facing front. You're not looking up to the ceiling or looking down to the floor, and don't yank it. Okay, let that go. Drop it to the other side and just gently pulling down at your temple. Good, let that go. Okay, let's just feel that same hand. We're going to go up into a side stretch, reaching over. You can take that hand further out to your elbow if you want. So you're looking forwards, and then you're going to take the gaze up to the sky. So lift your hand back about an inch, and then down to the floor. So take that with you. You should feel that stretch depth right down the bottom of your side, back to the center, and then just let that go. Taking the other hand up and over, breathing in, breathe out. You can take that elbow a bit wide if you want, so you go a bit further down. Take that gaze up with a breath. Back to center, and then down towards the floor. And then back to center, and take that hand back and down. Good, nice. Can't read my own writing today. So we're going to do a bit of a cat and cow, but sitting up. So just roll those shoulders back and down. So you're sitting nice and strong into the back of your bottom. You can take your hands out to the side, thumbs up. Reach a little bit further back. Push the chest and the chin forwards. Arch the back. And then bring it all the way forwards. Curl it round, sitting further back on your bottom now. Reach round to your shoulders. Arching that back. Switch again, breathing in. Good, hold that breath, breathe out. Curl back round. Good, once more, breathing into cow position. And then breathe out. Excellent, breathing in. Take those hands down to the side. Good, feet forwards, flex the toes, push the toes forwards, roll the shoulders again, flex the feet, and we're just going to sweep our hands forwards towards your feet, breathing in, and then on the breath out, I want you to try and push your chin forwards, as if you're breathing out over your toes. Good. Breathe in, look down, try and push your elbows towards the floor. Chest to the knee, breathe out, and lift that head up, breathing out over your toes. Good. Sweep the hands back, take them just behind you, just lift the hips slightly, let the head rest backwards into a bit of a reverse plank. Come down again. You can bring one foot over, so you've got your knee in front of you. You can, if you want, bring that other foot back, or you can leave it extended out. And I just want you to make sure that you're sat on both bum cheeks. Bring that knee up, take the other hand behind you, and looking up with your chin into the corner of that room. Keep breathing. Bring it round. Opposite side. Pushing with the knee on that elbow. Couple of breaths there. Sweep the hands back round. Switch the legs. Hand on the knee. reaching to the corner with the chin, switch, other side. Lifting that spine as you go, good. Good, bring that back, feet back forwards again, swish down beside your legs, reaching towards the bottom of your feet, could be your ankles, and just let the head drop into a forward fold. Breathe there for a couple of seconds. Good. Good. Bring your hands straight up to the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. Then you're going to breathe out and you're going to hinge from your hips. So you're going to send those hands back down towards your feet, breathing out. Breathe in again. Send the hands up. Nice straight back. Breathe out. Hinging at your hips. One more, breathe in. And then imagine it's just a hinge at your hips, a nice straight back. Good. Breathing in. Let the hands come down, relax the knees. You can bring your feet in if you want. Just take one hand up, stretch that tricep, looking down at the opposite knee. And then switch. Bring the other tricep down. Good. Coming onto our hands and knees, straight into our cow and cat position. So you're going to drop the waist, bring the chin up, relax the shoulders, and then switch. Bring the back nice and arched, looking down towards your toes and your knees. And again, through that, breathing in into the cow pose, breathing out into the cat position. And this time in the cat position, I want you to bring your hands slightly forwards and forwards onto your knees. So you're still arching that back, but you're bringing your hips slightly forwards. Good. Send yourself all the way back. Sit down on your knees. Relax that head into the floor. And if you can, just let that head rest on the floor. Sweep your hands through so they come all the way back towards your toes. Couple of breaths there. Breathe in, take the hands back forwards. Come up onto your hands and knees. Drop the hips slightly. You're going to go into a cobra, so lift your chin. Come back. Sit back down on your feet. As you get there, come back up again into that cobra position. Doesn't matter if your hips don't reach the floor, you're just pushing them towards that way. Back again onto your feet. Up into cobra. This time, instead of coming back onto your feet, I want you to look down at the floor, uncurl the toes if you can, come up into a plank hold. If this is too much, just hold it there. Uncurl the toes back again in a normal plank hold, knee plank hold. Hold that plank. Really strong, squeeze the bum. Good. Send the hips up. Onto the floor with your hands. Down with your heels and just press down with your heels into a downward dog. Good. You might want to do one at a time. Couple of breaths there. Back into your plank hold. Back to downward dog. Into your plank hold. And then back to downward dog. Good. Good. Get a bit more stability on your hands. You're going to bring one knee in this time. So you're going to come back to your plank hold. And I want you to try and bring the knee forward. You're going to slightly arch the back. Now send it back into downward dog again. Back to plank. Other knee. Slightly arch that back. Send back into downward dog. And you might want to not, I've got to take this jumper off. You might want to not go all that way in terms of the plank hold. You can still come down to the knees on the plank hold and still bring the knee in. Go back to plank hold on the knees, curl the toes and downward dog. Otherwise, come into plank, bring the other knee in. Good, take it back into downward dog. This time you're going to bring that knee in. You're going to send the foot up and open the hip. You might get to here, you might keep the knee bent, but I want you to try and push that knee to the ceiling, bring it back in, send it back out again. Breathing in, breathing out as it comes forward. And just do a couple of rocks there. Good, this time you're going to bring it forwards and plant that foot. Drop the knee, uncurl the toe, and just feel that stretch in your hip. Keep your chin up. A couple of breaths there. Bring your hands to your knees if you want to. Feel that stretch a little bit more. Sorry, you can't see my face. If you really want to, you can take the hands all the way up to the ceiling. And look up with your chin. Good, bring those hands back down. I'm going to plant the opposite hand and take the elbow up towards the ceiling. And that nice twist. You can even take the hand all the way up it, but look up at that hand or that elbow. Feel that twist in your spine. Couple of breaths there. Now lower that hand back down to the floor. Good. Uncurl the toe at the back. Bring that foot up. Plant the hands on the floor. Slowly take the foot back and just push back into that downward dog. Coming back into that plank hold. Bring the knee and then back into downward dog, sorry. This time into the plank hold, you're going to bring the knee in and now send it up. Good, bring it in again. In as it comes, out as it goes up. In, out. This time bring it all the way forwards. Plant that on the floor. Let the knee come down, uncurl the toe. Feel that stretch, get used to that stretch. Push your chin forwards. Bring the hands to the knee if you can. Find that balance, push your back up. If you really want to, you can take the hands up as well. Lifting the chin. Good. Bring those hands slowly down. Plant the opposite hand. Up with the spine twist into the elbow, looking at that elbow. And if you want, you can take the hand. Looking up at the ceiling, up at that hand, or the elbow. Good, slowly bring that down. Hands on the floor, uncurl the toe, take that foot back, downward dog again. Well done, that was difficult. Good, come back to hands and knees. Sit back down on your feet. Excellent. Okay, coming up onto your side, you're going to reach, you can be down on your elbow actually. There's two stages of this, but we'll start with the knees in case anybody wants to go a bit further. So you keep your fingertips in front of you if you want, or you can have your hand on your hip. But what I want you to do is I want you to bring up onto that knee. So you're going to have your elbow underneath. I'm going to take this top off and then you might be able to see. Hang on, sorry. Plus it keeps going over my head. Right, okay. So your elbow's directly underneath your shoulder. Your hips are stacked and you're going to lift that one up. If you take that other top foot out, leave that standing on your toe, you might have hands here. Just keep that for a second. Keep that side plank. Might be a little bit shaky on the shoulders. Relax the shoulders down. Okay. If you can, I now want you to take that hand and take it over your head. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out while you're there. Breathe in. Now I want you to try and raise that foot. Breathe in. On the next breath out, we're going to try and bring that knee and that elbow together. Try not to drop the hips. Send it out again on the breath in. Out. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Try not to drop the hips. Breathing in. And you might not get that knee to the elbow. That's perfectly fine. You might even get here. Just try and do it. We can do it a few more times. Try not to drop that hip. Talking to myself as well. One more. Breathe out. Good. Bring those knees together, drop the hips, and just give that elbow a little shake. Well done, that's good. That's not easy, that. Okay, we are going to come back into that position with our hips off on the floor. 1 foot out, that's easiest. Relax into that position, take your hand up. This time you're going to bring your knee forwards. Breathing in, arms extend, foot off the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Try not to drop the hip. In, extend, out, bring it in. One more. And in. Yes, drop the hip. Good, come onto your back. Well done, you will feel like one hip is lower than the other, but that's not. Right, okay, if you can, I want you to bring your feet really nice and close on your toes, and you're going to try and reach down towards both feet. Now try and drop your hips, take your bottom up, and you're really trying to reach with your fingertips down towards your toes, down towards your heels. Some people can even grip onto their whole feet. But relax, and if you're reaching down towards your heels, it's going to help you in this pose. Keep hold of that pose, squeeze the bum. It's going to help you to try and relax and push the shoulders into the floor. A lot of the time when we do it, keep this pose. I know I'm talking whilst you're trying to go, oh my God, keep it up. Shallow breaths. A lot of the time when we do hip thrusts, we often don't relax our shoulders or don't push them into the floor. Relax the chin. I know you're still up there. Slowly bring that down and then hug the knees. Good, do a little rock from one side to the other, or a little circle, and the other way. Good, bring the feet back down a little bit further back, plant the hands on the floor. This time we're going to send our bottom up, hold it, reach down towards the toe with the fingertips towards the heels. Now squeeze the knees together. Try and keep that line. Hold it, breathe. Couple more seconds, squeeze the bum. Okay, release the knees, but keep the bottom up. Trying to reach down towards those toes. Good, and then let it go. Good, nice and slowly down. Hug the knees. Okay, good. Rock into a sitting position. This time you're going to take your hands behind you. We're going to do a bit of a reverse plank. So a lot of working on the back of our core. Okay, so fingertips facing towards you. There's 3 levels. You might want to bring it up just to here, just a couple of inches. You might want to squeeze that bum a bit further so you reach a kind of tabletop. Hold it wherever you want to. The 3rd stage is that you take those feet out and you'd find that line from your shoulders down to your heels. Relax the neck, push the shoulders away from the ears, so you're pushing your chest up, whichever level you're at. 2 more seconds, squeeze the bum. Okay, now unlock the elbows, bring the bottom down slowly. Then reach over the legs, nice and straight. Fold over, let the head drop. Feel that lengthening in your spine. Okay, come back again, sweep the feet back, sweep the hands back, facing you. Remember, you can be here, however you're squeezing, here. Really important though, if you're coming up into tabletop, make sure you're almost slightly further ahead. Don't bring them right into your bum, because otherwise you're going to be doing this with your feet. So bring them a little bit further out. Are we ready? 3, 2, send that bottom up. Squeeze it as far as you can. Relax the chin up. Now push your ears away from your shoulders. Hold it, squeeze it. Squeeze all that core, the front of the core as well is going to help you. Remember, the next stage, if you want it, is to bring those heels down. But if that's starting to hurt your back, come back into a tabletop or slightly lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Some shallow breaths there. Squeeze. You can always lift the toes because your weight's all in your heels. Okay, gently drop that down. Sit on your bottom. Extend the feet and reach over. Nice. Okay. Coming back up, switch to the other side. We go first into our side plank. Elbow right underneath the shoulder. Knees slightly further back, so knees aren't in the front here. They're in line almost with the rest of your body. You're going to bring those hips up. I'm going to angle myself a bit better. That's a bit better. Bring those hips up. You might want to keep the hand here on your hip. Just get that pose for a little bit. Some nice breaths. Good. Now extend that foot out so your toe is resting on the floor. Take the hand over your head. Breathe in. On the breath out, I want you to try and lift that foot. Good. Keep it up, breathe in. And on this breath out, we're going to bring the knee in and the elbow towards it. Breathe in. Extend, breathe out. Good. Keep those hips off the floor. In. And breathe out. And again. And breathe out, bring the knee in. A few more, come on. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good, come on, breathe out. We're going to try and do one more. Keep those hips up, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, bring that hand down, bring the foot down with the knees, and then bring your hips down. Sit up, roll that shoulder, relax the elbow, twist that elbow. Okay, so you remember now what we did on the other side. Same position, so come up into that hold. We're going to take the foot out. We're going to take the arm over our head. Nice breath in on the breath out, lift the foot. This time, breathing in, we're going to bring the knee into the front, elbow to meet it on the breath out. In, extend, out, good. In. If you can't keep that foot off the floor, you can balance it back down on the floor on that breath in. One more. Breathe out. Yes. Come in, bring down those hips. Good, excellent. And just come over onto your back. Sorry, onto all fours. This time I want you to take those knees, so your feet are together, and I want you to take the knees further out, slightly wider than your hips, but your toes are together. And then we're going to sit back down into our child's pose, but our hips are slightly wider. Let that head drop, relax the arms. Couple of breaths there. Good, come back up to hands and knees in that frog position. Extend forward with the hips, lift the chin. Good, come back. This time, take your toes as wide as the knees. Now you're going to sit back with those hips nice and wide. Try and pushing that bottom towards the floor, head on the forehead on the floor. Feel that different kind of stretch into your hips. Good, come up, breath in, breathe out, cobra pose, but with your legs a lot wider. Good, excellent, well done. Breathe in, and just back up to hands and knees. Bring those knees back in. Okay, this time, We're going to send our hips back into a normal child's pose. So knees are hip width apart. Send yourself back. Relax, stretch, inch your fingers forwards. Stretch those shoulders. Good, now come up to all fours. And then forward on your hips into cobra. Lift the chin. Bring it back down. Uncurl the toes, and I want you all to go small plank hold on your toes. Squeeze. Now bring the knees slowly down. Send the hips back again. Good. Excellent. Coming back up again. Small cobra. Back and into plank hold. A little bit longer this time. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the bum. Good. Drop the knees nice and slow. And this time I want you to come down onto your elbows. So your knees are still underneath your hips, elbows on the floor. Then you're going to send your hips up towards the ceiling, chin up. So it's a kind of cow pose, but without elbows down. If that's hurting you at all, then please just relax into a child's pose. But otherwise, I want you to just try that inverted one. Good. Stay on your elbows, but just relax the back. Take your elbows forwards. So we're going to balance on our elbows, palms together, and we're going to just push our head in between our arms and then our hips backwards a little bit. So it's only about an inch, so you're looking through to your feet, through your elbows, and then you're not going to arch your spine, you're just going to push your hips back slightly, and you'll feel a stretch in your shoulders. It's only a very small movement, but it's going to help just with your shoulders. Okay, bring that up, let your hands come down. One hand up, take the other hands through, and try and lay that shoulder on the floor, looking through that elbow. Good. Coming back up, plant that hand on the floor, anchor yourself and send the other hand through, and then relax down into that. Good, coming back up, send the hips back again, inch the fingers forwards. Excellent. Coming up, walk the fingertips back, and then you're just going to feel just behind your toes if you can, leaning back with your shoulders, chin up, and just push your hips forward slightly, and you should feel a stretch down your quads. Good. Lower the hips. Walk forwards. Now if you take one foot, bring that up with the knee, you're going to put the outside of your foot on the floor, take the knee opposite, hands can come nice and farther forward, and then you're gently just going to push that back knee away. What I want you to make sure is that you're not sitting back on this hip, that you're nice and straight forwards, and you might only get to here, but I want you to try and just breathe through it. So get to a certain level, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just try and inch that foot back just slightly. Breathe in again. And on this one, as you breathe out, take the chest down. You might want to even come on your elbows if that's comfortable, or even down even further on the next breath. Wherever you can feel the stretch, but it's not causing you any pain, especially in your knees or your hips. One more breath, coming up on your fingertips. Allow that foot to come in and just winch that up. Sorry, I know you can't see my face, but just give it a little shake from side to side. Good, bring that knee back, other knee forwards, hands touching the floor. Inch that foot, so your outside of the foot is on the floor, the knee is opposite, Hands in front of you, breathe in. And then breathe out, take that back leg back slightly. Relax the shoulders, breathe in again. Try and take that foot back a bit further. Breathe in through the nose. Now try and lower the chest on the breathe out. You might want to come down to your elbows. Breathe out, breathe in. And then breathe out and just let that chest come a bit further forward towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, coming up. Onto the hands, plant the hands. Breathe in, bring that knee nice and close, coming up. Put that foot nice and planted in front and just give that foot or that knee a little move forward and back. Sitting on our bottom again. This time take our feet out and we're just going to take them a bit wider. We're going to drop the knees one way, take the shoulder with it. If you want, yeah, there for now. Breathe it out, breathing in. Rock the other way, take the hip with it. Breathe out. This time, if you want, you can breathe in, take the hand up and over, reaching away from the hips. And the other side, breathe in. Breathing out. Same again, if you want to, you might want to bring the hips off the floor. Other side. And breathe out. Good, bring the feet round to the side, lay down onto the back. Hug the knees, little circle round, one way, little circle the other. And take the feet down, stretch, feet away from you, hands away from you, chin to your chest, breathe in and out. Let the hands relax, bring one knee in, hug it to you, try and push the other knee towards the floor. Now you're going to bring it across towards the floor the other way, looking over that opposite shoulder. The breath there. Good. Bring that knee back. Guide it. Good. And then just bring it slightly out to the side, the opposite way, looking up the ceiling. Breathe in. Let that foot go down. Bring the other foot in. Hug that knee. Breath. Next breath in. Take that across. Looking over the opposite shoulder, breathing out. Bring it back, guide it back. Hold on to it, try and take it out slightly. Good, take it back. Bring that down to the floor. Relax the neck. Put the palms down by your hips, facing down. Relax the shoulders into the floor. Relax the chin, close the eyes. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, and as you breathe out, just feel that body relax a bit more. Relax those shoulders. In through the nose. And out. Feel that release. Breathing in again. And breathe out. Find your own rhythm for your breath. If you want, if it's more comfortable, you can turn your palms to face the sky. Just relax those shoulders. Each breath in, hold for a beat, breathe out, feel that release. Breathing in the positivity and out the negativity. Just let your breath come to a natural rhythm.